Right now, Attorney General Kris Mayes' fake electors prosecution undergoes a grilling in court. A new Arizona law that got very little attention could blow up the case. Will a judge toss it out?
Also on Sunday Square Off, a newsy week in Arizona's U.S. Senate race. A debate, an endorsement, and new polls on the Kari Lake-Ruben Gallego matchup. What you need to know about one of the longest election ballots in years and how it affects your vote. Plus, on this Labor Day weekend, the two ballot measures that could change workers' paychecks.
I am confident this court will see through the defendant's groundless arguments and reject these attempts to distort the facts of this case.
Democratic Attorney General Kris Mayes' fake electors case was clobbered last week during its first court hearing. For 11 hours over 2 days, attorneys for several of the 16 Republican defendants urged a judge to throw out the 9 felony charges against each of them. The defendants are accused of participating in an illegal scheme to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 victory in Arizona over Donald Trump. But their lawyers' argument breaks new ground in Arizona. Several attorneys argued that what the defendants did was, quote, political speech protected from criminal charges by an expanded state law. You can try to overturn an election, but you can't be prosecuted for it. That could be the reasoning. That law was amended by Republican lawmakers 2 years ago precisely to shut down a prosecution like the one Mayes is now pursuing. We know that because that's what the Republican leaders of the legislature told the court in a brief. Here's what House Speaker Ben Toma and Senate President Warren Peterson said. The legislature was keenly cognizant of the burgeoning threat posed by politically motivated prosecutions. The indictment in this case presents precisely the concerns that animated the 2022 amendments. The Republican leaders cited the threat of a U.S. Department of Justice investigation of political figures under President Biden. So in 2022, the legislature amended its so-called anti-SLAPP law to allow challenges to criminal prosecutions against people exercising their free speech rights, including politicians. The law was updated just 18 months after Trump allies tried to overturn election results in several states, including Arizona. Here's how one of the defense attorneys viewed the case.
No one was saying to do anything illegal. No one was saying bury the vote. No one was saying throw away a legally casted vote. And that's political action. So litigation and First Amendment protected activity.
This prosecution does not involve the lawful exercise of speech, like all criminal prosecutions.
Assistant Attorney General Nicholas Klingerman rejected that assertion. He said the prosecution does not involve the lawful exercise of speech. It seeks to punish prior behavior, like all criminal prosecutions, and prevent the same thing from happening again. Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Bruce Cohen will have to sort it all out. He was wrestling with what amounts to a major test of this Arizona law.
The relief potentially granted is extraordinary because the goal is not to allow guilty people to be freed. It's to prioritize the Constitution for all over the impact on one.
And that is the question we heard over and over in court. Can otherwise guilty people go free if what they did is protected as political speech? It's a safe bet that no matter how the judge rules, there will be an appeal likely to the Arizona Supreme Court. Judge Cohen didn't offer a timeline for his rulings on the dismissal motions. He did, however, set a tentative start date for the trial, January 5th, 2026, 6 years after the alleged crimes occurred.